Hello and welcome to Happy Handicrafts. My name is Joanna and today we're going to be making a stamp book from a 3-inch by 4.5-inch piece of cardstock. This is the second project from the second year from the book Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades by Ednah Anne Rich. Now just to keep it real, I have no idea why you would need a stamp book. Maybe they were super popular back in 1905 when Miss Rich wrote this book. I don't know. But either way, they're a really cute little project to make and we had fun with it. So before we get started, can you be sure to subscribe to our channel? This really helps us out and it will let you know when we release a new video. So let's get started. The materials you're going to need for this project are the book, Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades by Ednah Anne Rich. It's very helpful. Second, you're going to need a cutting mat, an X-Acto knife, a pair of scissors, a pencil, a ruler, some good cardstock, a colorful piece of paper, decorative, and some parchment paper. You'll also need some glue. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to create a 3-inch by 4.5-inch rectangle. So first we measure down on the left side 3 inches and then in a little bit another 3 inches. You're going to draw a line between those two dots. Next, measure in from the left 4.5 inches at the very top of your paper. And then on the lower line, measure in 4.5 inches, draw your dot, and then you're going to join those two lines. Next, very carefully, using your X-Acto knife, you're going to cut out those lines. We've found that it's easiest to cut towards us. This gives us the 3-inch by 4.5-inch rectangle. Now the first thing we're going to do with it is we're going to place dots on the top and bottom at 1.5 inches, measuring in from the left, and at 3 inches. We're next going to draw lines connecting those dots. We're next going to place dots on the left and right at 1/2 inch and 2.5 inches. Then we'll draw lines connecting those two dots. We're next going to place dots at the top and bottom at 2 inches and 2.5 inches. Make sure these dots are right on the edge of the paper. And now using your ruler, you're going to draw lines from those dots to the corner, as you see Lucy doing here. This is where it really comes in handy to have the book, because these diagrams can get complicated and sometimes the instructions aren't that clear. So this will be very helpful. Once you've done that, we're going to place dots on the left side and on the right side at the 1.5 inch mark. Then you're going to hold the ruler on the dots and you're going to measure in 4 inches in from the left. There we go. And you're going to draw a dot, not a line, just a dot at the 4 inch mark. From that dot, we're going to draw slanted lines to the right edge. Next, we're going to place dots on our horizontal lines at the 1 inch mark. And at the 3.5 inch mark. We're going to do that on the upper horizontal line and on the lower horizontal line. Measure in from the left at 1 inch and 3.5 inches. We're now going to draw the point on the left-hand side, as you see Lucy doing in the video. Next, we're going to hold the ruler on those 3.5-inch dots, and measuring from the upper horizontal line, we're going to measure down and draw a line from the 1/2-inch mark to the 1.5-inch mark. Now we're just going to kind of reinforce our lines before we cut, just to make sure that we cut in all the right places. Now, using your X-Acto knife and your ruler, you're going to go ahead and cut out along all the darkened lines. You want to make sure you're holding that ruler quite firmly with your fingers away from the edge. Really take your time with this. This is not something that you want to rush with and end up with a cut. So you just want to be careful. You're going to use the side of the ruler with the metal bar if you don't have a metal ruler already. Now, once you've cut along all the lines, you're going to remove all the extra pieces. Most of them should snap off quite easily. Now, the next part is an optional part. We're just using some scrap paper to put on the back of the stamp book just to make it more colorful. So to do this, if you want to do this, just put your cut out stamp book on the piece of paper and trace around it. Once you've traced it all, you're going to cut it out and just glue it onto the back of your stamp book. So now just apply regular glue to the back of your cut out stamp book. And press your decorative paper over it. Now, using a ruler, we're going to fold along the lines. We use the ruler initially, and then we'll reinforce the folds once that's done. This just helps us get a nice straight fold. Now we press the folds firmly to reinforce them. Our next step is to cut out some parchment paper or wax paper. We folded it so that there's 4 layers, and then you measure out 2 inches by 3 inches and cut it out. These are going to form kind of papers, or papers that you're going to be able to put the stamps in between. So you're going to fold it in half and secure it into your little stamp book, and then it folds up just like that, and the end tucks in. Isn't that cute? So here's another view. Our forever stamps fit in perfectly, and then it tucks into the little slot, and there you are. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Maybe you can find some uses for it. We just thought it was cute. And thanks for watching. Please comment if you enjoyed it and share the videos, and we will see you on the next video.